It's snowing this morning. Pardon me. And I actually opened the window to look out and we'll see it. It's kind of hard to see. It's pretty powdery snow. It's not real fluffy. But I'm going to attempt to do this rye bread. It says it wants 1 1/8 cups of water with using yeast. I'm going to use 1 1/8 cups of the starter. I fed this last night, stirred it just now. It was bubbling. This is a really thin starter. I think I added too much liquid to it. However, gonna try it anyway, have all day. I've got the light on in the oven to use as a proofing oven. 1 1/8 is 1 cup and 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to use the tablespoon to do that. However, I also need some oil, so I guess I'll have to rinse the tablespoon before I do the oil, or just add it. I think I'll rinse it. Okay, there's our starter with liquid. I'm going to put the oil directly into the flour mixture. Again, I'm using a mix. It's Bob's Red Mill, and I'm just substituting the sourdough start for the water and yeast. Let me get this out of the way. I'm going to stir this with a metal bowl in a metal spoon in a metal bowl. Although I am going to get a scraper to get all this out. I have a sneeze thing going on this morning. I don't know if it's allergies or what. It's affecting my voice as well, my throat. And that's the funny thing, is here it is winter and I've got allergies. It is snowing, but typically here precipitation in the winter is not real common, and snow staying on the ground to settle the pollens is a definite not going to happen. So I suffer from allergies year round. Well, and who knows, it might be because it's colder, but I think it's because of the wind. Okay, gonna stir this up and then see about kneading it. It says I need 8 to 10 minutes of kneading on a floured surface. And then it needs to raise double twice. With yeast, that would be a shorter time, I'm sure, than with the sourdough. But we'll see how it goes. I need to get the flour, get this mixed, and I think find a Kleenex real quick. Well, I'm back. I brought the package for this over so I can have the instructions. I also got some flour. Blew my nose a few times. I had to wash my hands. It was so, well, I would have washed my hands anyway, but had to wash them because my nose was being so liquid this morning. I'm gonna put this out onto the counter here. I may have to add a little bit of moisture, but for now I'm just gonna start with it on the counter to try to finish mixing it. I've been tidying up for a little bit. I just dumped this out and rinsed the bowl because it says I need a greased bowl to let this raise in. I'm just going to use some of this sourdough. I do need more liquid. use some of this start for the liquid. It's feeling better where the liquid was. I'm trying to get that incorporated. I might have to add some more. I'm just sitting here, standing here, looking out the window, watching the snow. Like I said, it's not a real common event here. It does usually happen, but it doesn't last. It'll be gone by tomorrow, if there is any accumulation at all, at least. Which is a good thing, since I have to take the car into the shop tomorrow for Mom. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this. I'll get back to it when it's right consistency for kneading. I've managed to get this feeling like a dough now. I need to re-flour the surface and knead this. It's right at the stage, well, it's right past the stage that I don't like. The stage where it sticks to your hands. But I'm going to spend the next 10 minutes or so kneading this. I'm not going to bore everybody with that. At least I can look out the window and watch it snow, so I don't have to keep watching the clock. See you back in 10 minutes. Well, it's started snowing again, or well, it stopped again, it looks like. I kneaded the bread for 10 minutes. It says to put it in a greased bowl. It says till it raises double, about 1.5 hours. I'm going to put it in the oven with the light on, use it as a proofing oven. This is sourdough, so it's not as fast as yeast. It may take 3 or 4 hours. Hopefully I'll be able to bake it by this evening. I'm not cooking at the moment, but this is spices. Doing turmeric and black pepper in capsules. Supposed to help with all kinds of things. Blood pressure, blood thinner, all kinds of good stuff. So that's the current product. This bread I made for Mom, and so she asked me if I was going to butter it, and I said you can. So she's actually doing the work. It's been kind of a busy day. Did some shopping, put stuff away in freezer bags in the freezer. Did a crock pot meal that said it was Cantonese, that was more American than anything.
Delicious.
It was good, but it was still not Cantonese. I might try it again with some variations. It had Worcestershire in it, and I think it should have had soy and hoisin sauce to be more Cantonese. It was also tomato, but hey, you know. But there's the bread. Looks pretty good. Has a nice thump to it. Mom's says it looks beautiful, so there we go.
And it always tastes wonderful.
Well, yeah, she says it tastes wonderful. Have to see how it goes doing. I did add the sourdough instead of yeast, so we'll have to see how that works. It did raise wonderfully, even though it has whole wheat and barley flour before the rye flour. Probably because it comes with a yeast packet and they want it to rise for people. But with the sourdough, it rose wonderfully. It just took all day. Thanks for watching Perhaps Cooking. Feel free to share, give me a thumbs up, or subscribe.